back to beat the Red Sox. The Rays win it on the home run by Longoria, and there's some celebrating going on here.
What a moment that was. Walk-off jack in 2011 by Evan Longoria. Tampa Bay beat the Yankees, and the Rays would clinch a wild card spot in what was a tight race with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
The year later, in 2012, the MLB will add a second wild card team. That brings us to the present, Dylan. 2017, so many squads in that AL wild card race. What type of impact do you think this has had on the fans?
I think it's been great. I mean, just look at what we have right now. There's teams that are around 500 that are still well involved in the wild card chase in the American League. You've got 8 teams that are within 4 games, including the 2 that hold those 2 spots currently. 9 teams that are within it. I mean, it's pretty much most of the teams in the American League have a shot at this point. And, you know, it's all about stakes. When you watch games, no matter what sport it is, you want to watch something with a little bit of edge to it, knowing that these guys that are playing know that their playoff lives could be on the line. You know, when you flip on a game and it's the White Sox and the A's, you're like, I don't care that much.
Nothing to see here. Nothing at stake.
But when you watch it and there's all these different combinations of American League teams that still have something to play for, a lot of these teams head up are going to be going up against each other over the last 7 weeks of the season. I think it's great for baseball. I think the wild card was a great implementation for baseball. I think the second wild card has been even better. Now, that's not to say that we just keep adding wild cards. It's going to keep getting
keep it right here.
better.
I think we're good.
This is the sweet spot. Yeah. This is the sweet spot. I think it's been great for baseball, and I think there's a lot of teams that otherwise their whole markets and fan bases would be, you know, a little out of it right now.
You really want to watch. That's the main thing. It keeps fan bases engaged. Because if you're an Angels fan, yeah, you want to see Mike Trout go out and play. But if Mike Trout is not playing for anything and the season is almost over, how engaged are you? How locked in are you? The same thing for the Minnesota Twins. Do you really want to go see Miguel Sano if it's nothing on the line? The same thing with the Seattle Mariners. And now, with the second wild card, you feel like if my team can just get in, who knows what can happen? Because everybody's going to point to the San Francisco Giants 2014 when they were a wild card team and they went on to win the World Series. So it gets another team in, and in the playoffs, you just never know. You can always get hot at the right time. You may have not really had a great season. This year, you look at the Kansas City Royals. I can't ever really remember a team that's been as up and down as the Kansas City Royals. Lose 5, win 7, lose 8. You know what I mean?
And they're right in it.
But they still in it, though. And you feel like, hey, this is the Royals. We've won the World Series before. Let us just get in, and you never know.
Especially if you have that ace, you know, you feel like we could be one of those wild card teams. We got a 1 game for everything. Basically, you jump right in the playoffs in a Game 7 scenario. If you've got an ace pitcher, I remember as a Yankee fan a couple of years ago, the Yankees were the home team as the first wild card, but we went up against Dallas Keuchel, who was the American League Cy Young winner at that time, and he mowed us down. The Astros had a legitimate shot because Keuchel brought them into that playoff game with a real ace, and he was awesome in that game. The funny part is we've got teams in the wild card race, CT, that have already waved the white flag. The Texas Rangers traded away Yu Darvish. The Minnesota Twins had Jaime Garcia for 20 minutes and then traded him away to the Yankees. They traded away Kinsler to the Washington Nationals to bolster Washington's bullpen. These are teams that felt like, okay, even if we're not in it, we're kind of waving the white flag. We want to restock the cupboard with some prospects. And those are both teams that kind of, especially the Twins, that's how you need to stay relevant, is by making those tough calls and trading away players to bring back a bounty of young talent. Yet they're still in it, even after they've made these trades to send very, very good players away from their squad. So it's shaping up to be really interesting. And the fact that everyone's so bunched up every day, you know, as a fan of a team who's in that hunt, you're watching 9 other games to say, did they win? Did they win? Did they win? So every day, things ebb and flow, you know, and for some teams, you may win your game and 4 other teams that are in front of you lose. You say, this was a great day. We made a lot of groundwork. We made a lot of headway today.
For a lot of teams and a lot of fan bases, every single game is crucial down the stretch, and it will be awfully exciting to see how it all plays out.